Now, it doesn't matter what instrument you want to play. If you want to play violin or trumpet or guitar or piano, especially piano, it doesn't really matter what you want to play. But everything in the Western world, at least, that has pitch is reduced down to 12 notes. The reason it's 12 notes is because of a mathematical formula, but the safe way to go anyway is that there are just 12. They're labeled like this: A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, and we stop there. The reason we stop there is because there's a lot of ancient cultures and stuff that have kind of said that A to A, if you just stop here and do 7 notes, this is this sounds good for making music. And usually they're right. This is usually enough. You only need 7 notes, which we'll see much, much later. But the reason that the letters are like this is mostly because of the piano. And if you look at the piano, it looks like this. If you've ever wanted to learn how to draw a piano keyboard, this is how you do it. You draw a big rectangle, and then you draw 2, and then 3, and then you start drawing lines like this. If you look here, you'll see that there are 2 black keys, the 2 little keys at the top, and here are 3 black keys, the little keys at the top. And then there are a bunch of white keys. These are called white keys. Let me label these as such. If you can imagine, these are the white keys on the piano, on a standard piano. They look like this. I'll make this a little bit better. And I guess there too. And so these keys are labeled, and based on this pattern of 2 and 3, I'll label this as 2 and 3. Based on the pattern of 2 and 3 there, we can see that this over here is going to be C. There's no real reason why, it just is. If you see 2 black keys like this, the one to the left is C every single time. And then you just simply label them like this. The next one is D, the next one is E, the next one is F, the next one is G, the next one is A, and then B, and then C. And this continues forever. You can imagine there's another couple here, and it goes like this. Then there's another white key with 3 black keys over here, and it keeps going on forever in any direction. The only way you would ever stop, of course, is if it becomes too high or too low if you go the other way. To hear those notes. If you can't hear them anymore, what's the point of having them? And you can see here, and then there'll be a C here. You can see this pattern continues forever. So C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. D is always in the middle. Oh, this looks weird, huh? Let me erase this a little bit, get it a little bit better. Sorry about that. Do. Be careful when you're drawing your cubes. I did it again. Be careful when you're drawing your keyboards. I did it. What am I doing? Here. There we go. This whole thing is D. It's kind of a fat D here. There we go. D, E, F, G. Okay, so you have 2 black keys. Here's your 2 again. Here's your 3 again. And in the middle here is D, right? Here in the middle here is D. You got your 3 black keys, and it's F, G, A, B on the white keys outside. Here you got 3 black keys, and you got F, G, A, B right there. So it always continues. And you can go this way forever, and you can go this way forever. That's how they're labeled. Now, because of the piano keyboard, all of these instruments up here and many others are all based on this. So you would have C, and then you would have a black key here. Where I was saying that you would have a note in between, a note in between, a note in between. If you look at E and F, there's no black key here. It's missing. We'll find out why in a bit. And same thing here with B and C. It's missing. E and F, it's missing. B and C, it's missing. Right? So if you finish this, you would have these notes. And if you look right here, here's C, D, here's the 2 black keys, and then D is right in between. Here are the 3 black keys. Remember, it always cycles around. And you would have these 7 notes. One, A, B, C, D, E, F, G is 7 notes from here to here. A is just the same note again. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 more notes, right? And that's why there's 12. 7 white keys plus 5 black keys equals 12. Ta-da! Happy face. So all the notes are there, and now we just got to talk about how we label these. Well, these all have 2 different names, depending on which way you want to talk about them. So let me draw one more down here. Here's C. Remember, D is in the middle. I'm very self-conscious about where I draw my lines now. Here's C, here's D, here's E. We can continue going F. And I'm only going to do 1 octave instead of 2 octaves like I did above. This is G, A. 1 more black key, B, and then I like to cap it with C. If you play piano, you'll learn that C is very friendly. Okay, so when we name these notes, we can either talk about going up or going down from a letter before or a letter after. So let's start with up. If we start with up, this is called C sharp, and I'll write this over here. This is a sharp. Sharp. This simply means that you go up. Go up. Oops, go up 1 step. Oops, 1 step. Simply go up 1 step. So if you have this is C. This one is called C sharp. I'll write this up here. C sharp is called C sharp. This is how you would pronounce it. C sharp. It's not a hashtag, guys. If you spend a lot of time on social media, maybe you think it's a hashtag. In music, it's called a sharp. Simply called a sharp. This one is D sharp. For the same reason, you just go up from D to D sharp. E does not have E sharp here. That doesn't exist. But if you go next door, it doesn't matter where the key is. If it's black or white, it doesn't matter. It can be E sharp here. Now I have Michael Jackson in my head. Doesn't matter if you're black or white. Okay. Here's F sharp. Here's G sharp. Here's A sharp. And finally, we do have B sharp. So if I say, what key is this key? You could tell me, oh, it's B sharp, but it's also called C. Maybe you have 2 names. For example, my name is Steven, but you can also call me Steve, right? So 2 different names for the same thing. Very common in music. If you go the other way, let's use a completely different color. Let's go with pink. If you go back down this way, this is called D flat. And we'll keep adding to our thing up here. Let me erase the math. Oops. Uh-oh. Da-da-da-da. There we go. There we go. Okay. Back to pen. There we go. And this is called a, maybe, it's actually a little bit more squished. It's not quite a lowercase b. It's a little pinched there. This is called a flat. And this, of course, means go down 1 step. Go down 1 step. Like that. And this one would be, if this is C flat, this is called C flat. Oops, F-L-A-T. Flat. Okay? The way you can remember which way goes which is like this. If you're driving in your car, let's see if I can draw a car. You're driving in your car, and you hit on something sharp. When this is a sharp, maybe nail or tack or something. You're driving along and you hit this tack, and first your car will go poof and go up, and then because it's sharp, it makes you go up, right? And then when it's when you get the tack stuck in your car tire, then where do you go? Your tire turns from a tire into a blob like this, right? Maybe your tire looks like this instead of like this, and you go down, right? So when your car has a flat tire, now it's flat, right? So C sharp, C flat. Back down here, we got E flat coming this way, E flat. We got F flat here, so this is called F flat. This is called G flat. This is called A flat. And this is called B flat, like that. And then this is also called C flat. Again, it doesn't matter if it's a black key or a white key. Everything has a sharp name. Everything has a flat name for the letters, right? So this way, there are 12 different notes. We can refer to all of them. If you talk only in sharps, you could go C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E. We don't need to say E sharp because F is just easier. F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, and again, there's no B sharp because it's just C. Well, there is a B sharp, but we can just say C. And there's all 12 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Remember, C is the same as this one over here. And that's the 12 names of the notes in music and how to find them on a piano.